The first thing that you need to do is extract this zip file that you get, and then once you've extracted it, you should be able to get this folder, and you would have all these things inside it. So what you want to do is open that up in VS Code. Now if you don't have VS Code, you can install it on your system, and then you can just proceed to that. So I already have VS Code installed, so I'll just open the thing. So the next thing you need to do is just read through the README. So just install these things that you need, like Python, Git, and Node. The other things should naturally come with your system, like Bash, and the Git extension in VS Code. It's already it seems to come with the installation, so it shouldn't need to be installed separately. So I already have Python 3.11, but can verify, as well as Git. I have Git. I can verify that with this. And I can verify the Python. Can also verify that we have Node. And yeah, just like that, we have basically everything we need. Now, if you don't have those things, you can just do a quick search and then find what you need and just install for your specific system. The instructions are typically fairly straightforward, so it shouldn't be too difficult to install. But once you do have everything that you need, you can then proceed to the setup instructions. So the first thing you want to run is step 1, and make sure that you're in the repository's root directory. I already am, but I can verify this, and it matches what I'm seeing here. So next thing we do is we'll run the command, and while we're waiting for that, we can just read through the second step. We don't need to change anything. The second step involves creating a Python virtual environment. You can use the YAML file or the requirements.txt. So I'm just going to use the YAML file since I have Conda. So since I'm on Linux, I'll copy this command, and then I need to change the path. So what I'll do is I'll just get this, and I'll just use this variable. It's quite helpful for getting the current working directory. But if you don't, you can still manually paste in the absolute path. So we are already in this, so this should work because the pwd variable will store basically this entire path. So we just run this command to create the virtual environment. Now while that's going, the next thing we need to do is that we need to train the model with the train.py. Now the train.py is in extension, data source, data processing, and it's the train.py that's right here. So we just need to wait for this to finish, but we'll just copy this in advance because we're going to need to run this script. But after we run the script, everything is already pretty much set up. You just need to run the commands. But if you do have another data set that you want to use, you can just read through the instructions in the README for any alternate uses. You just need to make sure that they have this header and they have entries for each of these, and just change the variable to the path to your CSV as needed. And you also just run the train.py script again. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the extension to resolve whatever needed dependencies there are. Sorry, for the for Conda to resolve any dependency issues. Okay, so the environment has been created and it's been activated. And we can verify this with, oh, caps lock. We can verify this with yep. We can see that even with the prompt and also the thing's active. So we'll just paste in the last command that we need to train it, and we should just see these, and then you can just reload this, and this is what you should get from training the model. And the next thing you need to do for actually running the extension is you just press F5 on your keyboard, and that would get the extension started. Oh, and what you also need is a Git repository with Java files. Now we already have that. So I just got this one off of GitHub. So yeah. Okay, so there are basically two main commands that we can try out here, but before anything, in order to run any of the commands, we need to just save the file, and then it will be processing the metrics via the extension, and within a few seconds it should be done, and you should see a message that the metrics processing is done. So then you can press Control-Shift-P, right? And then you can also, yeah, Control-Shift-P, and then view explanation. So I'll just copy this. And you can just press enter, and then you should see this pop up, and then you can just click on any one, and then you'd see the aggregated display option, and then you can see each of the things. It's pretty small, but it's pretty hard to see, but this is the lime, SHAP, and the breakdown explanations in just like a visualized form as a collage, and then you see the aggregated form of all the explanations, just so you can see it as a comparison. You can also see the other ones. You have the lime, which is basically the same one from here, and you have SHAP as well, the same one from here, and breakdown. Breakdown is going to be a little different. It's just using its internal one, so, but it's the same values. So these are the 4 visualizations that you can get from the commands, and from what the thing is, you can then also try out this other command, predict commit risk, and then you get the message code is likely not buggy. And yeah, that's basically how you use the extension. Any other things, like maybe let's say you made a change to it, you can then save that change, and then again it detected the save, and then it will take a while, and then there should be another message that says that the metrics processing are done, and the visualizations would reload and update itself. So yeah, that's basically how you use the extension. Everything is pretty much automatic, so there's not really much that you need to do. You just need to verify that you save, and when it saves, it will reload the visualizations. So yeah, that's how you use it.